She forgot about iCarly too, because I must say that. I wanted to know what your guys' initial reactions were to the skitters when you saw the first concepts of them.
I flipped out. I did. I thought it was the coolest. Cause you don't know what the aliens are going to look like. I mean, it's going to be, you know, something that's out of Baywatch, you know, big boobs, or what are we doing here? And yeah, I remember when I first saw a skitter, I tripped out. I was like, wow, that's one ugly looking thing, man. So that was my impression.
I keep saying I think they're really cute. They're soulful. They look like little pugs.
Kind of snuggly.
Well, we saw them kind of in stages. When we were shooting the pilot, we saw some two-dimensional color photographs of what they might look like, and then by the end of the pilot shoot, we had a little video, a little loop of this spidery-looking thing crawling up a wall. But it really wasn't until we saw the pilot finished that we saw what the true design was going to look like. And in that first sequence where you see him sort of in silhouette crawling over the body of a kid, and I thought it looked just fantastic.
Yeah, and it was really interesting when I had to do the scenes where the skitters captured, because it was a guy literally in a suit. And I actually liked it. It gave it a three-dimensional feel to me versus a green screen. So I was terrified, not terrified, but I thought the skitter was very believable when I first saw it, to answer your question. But it was also nice to work with something that was actually tangible. And it has a human-like quality. The eyes, I could have swore they were like blinking at me. It just draws you in, and I think it makes it harder to kill something that looks more sympathetic and human-like, which I think is sort of, you want to terrify the audience, or that aliens are, something to be messed with, but that they have some sort of identification as of human beings. So it was interesting.
Okay, that sounds strange. My question was that normally, when you see the skitters, they're not using like the handheld weaponry or anything like that. So I was wondering why they are doing that, because it would seem like an advanced alien race wouldn't be, going up to somebody and like boxing.
Good question. Well,
are you available to consult?
Stay up to the panel.
They do have the mechs. I mean, so when a skitter is there, there's a mech that has a lot of guns and missiles and terrible stuff. So, they do have sort of their bazooka right behind them while they're boxing.
Just imagining a glove on the end of each leg,
I sort of want to jump off of what Moon just said about the humanization of the skitters. You had that one episode where you had the duality of the two, the one that you had in jail and then the one that was doing the almost mothering of the children. Are we going to find out more about why they're here and how that both goes together?
Again, the mystery of the skitters and the mechs and the reason they're here, they're all things that we explore in the show. And so I think that there's some question of whether we'll ever get to that, but we will. And so just hold on. And we'll get to it in season 1. So you'll have a much better idea what the skitters are about very soon.
The makeshift radio that they make, if they're able to use that against the skitters eventually.
If anything ever happens between Hal and Margaret.
God, they really have a disrespect for each other. Both being fighters.
Did you say a disrespect for each other?
Respect.
Disrespect. Are we gonna fight right now?
She already put a knife in my throat. But Hal is still trying to get over the loss of Karen. And I didn't want to just jump to another girl. I don't think that's...
Whatever, you're terrible.
Just like every teenage boy.
I feel like Karen was like his first love ever, and that was a pretty tough loss for him. But we had this connection.
Something about Hal, if you gets all the girls.
Except
Did
for
you say
father.
kiss him now? Oh, kiss that guy. He wants you.
Hi, I have a question for Sarah. Sarah, I always admire your work ever since Smallville.
Oh.
I just want to ask you, this new role, do you find it easy or challenging for you?
I wouldn't qualify it as easy or challenging. It's just a wonderful opportunity to do something I've never done before, which is play a character with an extremely tough shell and an equal vulnerability. Yeah, it's an honor, and I'm so grateful that it came at this point in my career. I was ready for something I could dive into on a deeper level.